everybody, welcome back. I just took the car for a bit of a drive because last time at Heathkit at the, what was it, fortnight ago at the Barra Blast, when I ran that, what was it, 9.688, I tried again after that to tried another pass because I wanted to get that 9.5, and I thought I heard the transmission, so I just, as you could see at the start of the video, I just took it for a bit of a drive down and drove it around for 20 minutes because I like to get the oil up to temperature and everything, and went over the border to Mexico on a nice quiet road, and the first go was just in drive, and it seemed to be okay, and the second go I had in sports mode, and that seemed to be okay, so I didn't bother shifting it manually because it's kind of hard when you got one hand on the steering wheel and the other hand holding the phone, but it seems to be okay. But I spoke to DSR Performance to build my transmission, and they just seem to think that the transmission, the fluid probably got too hot, and that affects the solenoids, and that's why it just delayed shifting, because it seemed like it wouldn't shift, and it's just hitting the ref limiter, and silly me, I just kept my foot down in it. But hey, you know, you have the drag strip, so you just go for it. But I think, yeah, it's just a case of the transmission fluid be too hot. So I've also spoken to Geelong Performance Center, because I've been thinking for quite some time now to just flip this phone around. Been thinking for quite some time to use the other what do you call it, fog light opening mounted transmission cooler behind there. Well, I guess you know I got my air filter there, intake air intake over there, and I want to put my trans cooler there with a fan behind it, because at the moment I just got the PWR tranny cooler there, just your traditional, you know, trans coolers, cable tied, or whatever you call it, zip tied to the radiator, and I want to move that over to there and put a fan behind it. But I was talking to Brett about the Geelong Performance Center, and he said, well, these setups, you know, they're pretty sensitive to temperatures, apparently. He said, why not just keep your PWR cooler there, and then put another tranny fluid cooler behind the fog light opening, and run the two, and with a fan behind that, and run the two coolers. And I thought, yeah, why didn't I think of that? That's not a bad idea. So that's going to be the next project, and I'm also going to change DSR Performance suggested to change the transmission fluid, because apparently if it gets hot it kind of breaks down and the fluid doesn't last as long. But I do that anyway. I change the fluid, the tranny fluid, every 12 months. So I normally do that in June, so I'm actually a month behind, but that's okay. So I'm going to change the tranny fluid, put a new filter in it, and do that modification, add that second trans cooler. And yeah, that should be it then. It should be ready for Geelong Revival. So I'm looking forward to it. That's my, once a year, how should I call it? Pilgrimage. No, I live up in the country, and I thoroughly enjoy it. And I'll probably be racing both days, Saturday and a Sunday, because a lot of people can't make it on a Saturday because of either work commitments or the kids play soccer or whatever, I don't know. But a lot of people can't make it on a Saturday, and the committee from Geelong Revival, they said, they asked me if I could come and compete on a Sunday as well, because they're going to have the all-wheel drive class on a Sunday from now on as well. So I said, yeah, okay, so make a bit of a weekend out of it. Look, that's all for now. I can't think of anything else. Again, I'm glad that the transmission's still one piece, and it was just a fluid being too hot. I'm gonna put the, actually I'll probably show you. Can't remember if I showed you last time. I'm gonna put some gauges in. I already spoke to the auto electrician that I use, Ranks Customs in Geelong. What I want to do is, let me flip this phone around again. Let's see. I got this from back in the days when I had my charger, and I was gonna use this. Hang on. It's hard doing this with one hand. Teeth come in handy. Right, this normally goes into your where your radio sits, and I took the radio out of my charger, and I had a block-off plate for it, which I put in until I got everything ready to put these gauges in, but I never got around to. But what I was thinking of doing is putting this, I don't know if you can see it, putting this here on the bottom, and the opening there, put it there, and I want to put 3 gauges in it. I want to put a temperature gauge in for the transmission fluid, because I realize that's important now, and probably put a amps in it, an amps gauge. I don't need the coolant temperature because I've had this car for so long. I know exactly where the needle should be on the dashboard, the temperature gauge. I think oil pressure. Yes, so be a temperature for the transmission fluid, volts, and oil pressure. They're probably the 3 gauges I'll get and put them in. So that should cover everything. Look, I can't think of anything else. The next video, I haven't made any notes or anything, but next video I'm going to answer viewers' questions. A few people messaged me, and I made some suggestions. So I'll next video I'll do that at the end. But anyway, this is it for now. Just wanted to share the good news that the transmission has survived the Barra Blaster heat kit. All right, guys, thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.